Namaskara. Namaskara, Rohan Bopanna.
Namaskara, Chris.
Yeah, Nanu Hesaru, Chris Ford. Nanu teacher or Nanu Shikshaka. Nanu Saskatoon, Canada, Inda Bandidini. Since I am from Canada and your first language is Canada, spelled with a K and two N's, I thought I should kick it off, this tremendous interview with your tremendous language. So thank you, Danya Vadagalu.
Dhanyavadagalu. Thank you very much for having me. And a little insight in that, even though, yes, I am from Karnataka, I come from Coorg, the place called Coorg. The dialect is Coorg, actually. The
Oh,
language, Kannada is a script. Though we speak at home, we speak a language called Coorg.
very good.
So, yeah, something new for you as well.
Acha hai, acha hai. We'll go through it.
Yeah, India is a country with many languages and even more dialects. So it's constantly new things. Even I get to learn when I'm going back or going to new cities.
No kidding. Well, after our wonderful interview with Sushmita Sen a few weeks ago, we're thrilled to have students and educators asking questions from schools across the Americas, both North and South. And it is a true honor. I have loved learning about your amazing life and one of the India's greatest athletes, our tennis champion Rohan Bopanna. So, listeners, check this out. While honeymooning in England in 1975, Rohan's dad was able to squeeze into a Wimbledon game, which absolutely mesmerized him, and thus was planted a seed, a passion for tennis. And that grew and blossomed into the son and his amazing tennis career. And Rohan would go from a 15-year-old boy living away from home, biking countless kilometers to and fro his tennis camp to develop into the great man we meet and greet today. Rohan has since represented India more than 20 years at the Davis Cup, at the Olympics 3 times, and competing in all 4 Grand Slam tournaments. And last year in January, he made history by winning the Australian Open men's doubles title, becoming the oldest Grand Slam champion in men's doubles history at the age of 43. And he also reached the world #1 ranking in doubles, an extraordinary achievement in any athlete's career. But here he is, the oldest ever to do it. So, and then yesterday, he sets another record by becoming the oldest player to win an ATP Masters 1000 match at 45, winning in Monte Carlo and proving once again that limits are meant to be broken. So, absolutely phenomenal. Of course, Rohan has played with both and against the biggest names in the sport, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, and with Canada's most distinguished tennis player, Daniel Nestor. But he is also widely respected for his sportsmanship, his discipline, and as we have heard, his longevity on professional tour. Tennis has granted much to Rohan Bopanna, thus, he is giving back. Canadians, if you happen to be in Bangalore, India, perhaps on the temporarily closed Canadian consulate, you can go east on C.V. Raman Reshte Road, then southeast on Jayamahala Mukhya Rashte Main Road, and you'll pass Bengaluru Palace, modeled after the Windsor Castle. Then you merge onto Miller and St. John's Church Road, all the way to Ulsor Lake, hang a left, and you'll arrive at Rohan Bopanna Tennis Academy, where you will see India's next generation of stars learning from the best of the current generation. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Thank you so much, for that intro. It's so wonderful to hear, when, of course, you know the journey, but then, when someone does mention it, there's a lot of fond memories which go back, and not only for me, but also, the family who has been through so much, and they're all their sacrifices and everything, and. The Bangalore Tennis Center right now is closer to the airport. We just moved there on April 1st. So a new location right in very close to the airport, 20 minutes from the Bangalore International Airport or the domestic airport in a place called Padukone Dravid Center of Sports Excellence. It's a really, really beautiful spot. It's residential as well. So, yeah, anybody there in Bangalore, definitely come and check it out. It's not only for all the students, but anybody who wants to learn tennis, the Rohan Bopanna Tennis Academy is offering them to come and learn at this with all our coaches there in the center.
Awesome. Rowan has even shown us young athletes how sport and having an open heart can promote cross-border friendship between even the fiercest of rivals, as exemplified by his partnership with Pakistan's Aisam Qureshi. They were famously known as the Indo-Pak Express. And today we will hear questions from around the world and receive Rohan's powerful insights about perseverance and health and staying committed to your dreams. So, Aram Bisona, let's begin. Achahe and Tulsi her parents were originally from New Delhi, but she now resides in Washington, where she uses math and data skills to improve the lives of underserved families and children. So here's a question from Tulsi.
Hi, Rohan sir. Congratulations on all your success. My name is Tulsi, and my two questions are, one, what did it feel like to win a Grand Slam at 43 years old? And two, what did it feel like yesterday to win again at Monte Carlo at 45 years of age? Thank you so much.
Thank you for that, wonderful question. To be honest, it feels very surreal. I think at 43, most of the people expect you to definitely being slowing down, maybe coaching, maybe retiring. But I felt I was just getting started. Winning a Grand Slam at the biggest stage in the sport I'm playing at 43. It's not just about getting a trophy. It's a validation of belief. It's a validation of perseverance, and the biggest thing is not let the age define you. And that's why when I won it, I said I was at level 43, not at age 43. And I must say, yes, it was very emotional. Not only for me, but my family, my entire team, my friends, because that journey is years and years of sacrifices, discipline, and of course, being from India, I was very, very proud that I was able to get this for the entire country. I mean, I feel when we travel, even though tennis is kind of a lonely sport, you carry that India flag with you, along with you, throughout that journey, and I think that's the most beautiful thing. Even yesterday, to have achieved this record at the age of 45, level 45, as I like to call it. I definitely did not know that. But someone told me that after I broke the record, I broke Daniel Nestor's record. Sorry, Danny. I know people in Canada are listening. And the ironic part of it is that when Daniel Nestor got to that record, he actually beat me in Madrid and then got that record. So it's very ironic. Yeah. So, thank you so much for that wonderful question.
Yeah. So, well, question number 2 is coming from one of Marc-Andre's students in Vancouver, and that will be Gabrielle.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. How do you maintain physical health and mental energy over such a long and demanding career?
Hi, Gabriel. Thanks for that question. To be honest, it's a big one. I've mixed so many routines of mine. I've changed my routines. I've started doing smarter recovery, focused on doing a lot of yoga, making sure I'm eating the right kind of food, little more discipline on that food structure. And I've surrounded myself with a lot of wonderful people where I get a lot of positive energy from. And that's the biggest thing, which has helped me in that tennis aspect. And also what has helped me is find some joy outside tennis. I mean, with my tennis academy in Bangalore, whether it is having my own coffee blend, the coffee shop called the Maverick and Farmer in Bangalore, just spending time with family. And today we have a daughter who's 5 years old, and she gets to travel and watch me play. And I did not think that was ever going to be possible. I always thought when we have a kid, it'll be like, okay, my father was a tennis player. Now she actually goes around saying my father is a tennis player, and that balance, I think, truly helps me play better tennis on court, and keeps me happy and enjoying the sport.
Awesome. Yeah, it was only later in my years that I started to figure out that if you give your body good quality food, you can recover from sport, and we can do so much to keep our bodies happy and running well, and our minds happy and stuff like that. So that's awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The experience helps.
Question 3 is coming from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and that will be Juan Zhou. And by the way, Juan Zhou, the record that Rohan set yesterday with his younger partner, Ben Shelton, was against a tennis player from Francisco Cerundolo from Argentina, as well as Chile's Alejandro Tabilo. But don't worry too much, pero no te preocupes mucho. Francisco está jugando muy bien en tenis individual. So Francisco is playing very well in singles, so hopefully he keeps doing well. But here's Juan Jose's a question in Spanish with subtitles.
Me llamo Juan José, soy de Argentina. Y mi pregunta era, ¿qué significa permanecer comprometido con un sueño durante toda tu vida? ¿Y cómo podrían utilizar tus estudiantes durante sus vidas? Un saludo grande desde acá, Argentina.
The question is, how do you stay committed to your dream for your whole life?
I think the biggest thing for me is the love for the game. This is what matters. You need to enjoy what you're doing, and that commitment always comes part of the process, part of the journey. When I started this journey, I obviously did not know where I could be at today at this juncture, playing in Monte Carlo Masters. Being at 45 years old, I still believe that every day is a commitment you need to put in. You need to enjoy it, and that is what I feel has brought me here today and kept me going for this long.
And Juanjo also asked, how can young people learn from this, from themselves?
No, I think one of the biggest thing for young people is to not to be in a hurry, and to be committed on whatever they're doing. Nobody in the world can define what your limits are, or if there's a timeline for your limits. It's a individual journey, especially in tennis. It's a process. It takes a long period of time. And also when starting tennis as a young kid, you should look at it like as if you're going to school. So it takes about 10-11 months before you go to the next grade. Similarly, I think tennis is also a good process. It takes some time. Yes, there has been a few exceptional athletes who have done it faster than the others, but the majority of athletes are the ones who have gone through this process, kept the discipline, and at the same time enjoying what they're doing.
Thank you so much. I'm 45 years old as well, and my daughter is 5 years old. So I'm really,
Beautiful.
yeah, you're really
Beautiful.
You're touching my heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of family, we have one question from someone I have played a little tennis with, but it was a little too late for him to join us today. This is a question from my son, Emmett.
Hello, my name is Emmett, and my question is, what are some good habits you've developed that help you become not just a better athlete, but a better person?
Hi, Emmett. Thanks for that question. I think gratitude. I think it's a habit I've cultivated over the years. Saying thank you for those tough days. Just showing up, no matter how you're feeling. I've also learned, married to a psychologist. One of the important factors, I've learned the value of listening. It's very important. on and off the court. Especially off the court and on the court, you're already there. You're aware of so many things, but off the court, listening to the right people, and you learn more by just observing, watching matches, understanding different players, the way they play, and then when you play them, you respond to it. On what you have learned, what you have understood, and the last thing I would say is consistency, not just in training, but also during tournaments and in your daily life. And this is something I have learned, and hopefully, this helps you in your journey as well. Thanks, Amit. Thanks for your question.
Thanks so much. And I know my wife has also helped me immensely, and I've benefited from her wisdom as well. So they're good people to have around.
Yeah, I agree. We all need that. We all need that.
Before we close, Rohan ji, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you for one tennis playing tip. What is one thing you like to teach your players? Something I can say, I learned this from Rohan Bopanna himself.
I think, Chris, my biggest advice is that practice the serve the maximum. The tip, I would say, because of the fact that's the only shot as a tennis player we are having control of. Every other shot we react to the opponent's ball, which is coming in, to the tennis court. But that serve is the extremely important part, and it's not about the speed; it's about the accuracy. So that's a small tip, I would say.
Thank you so much. And are the
welcome.
Bengaluru Bulls your favorite kabaddi team?
100%, no question. Yes.
I was teaching a little bit of that to my students the other day. I don't know it too well, but man, it looks like fun. We did the tag version, not tackle, but I encourage everybody.
I'm glad. Tackle is for the professionals who go through it day in, day out. So I'm glad you stuck to the tag version. Yeah.
In closing, Rohan, you've inspired the world by being an ambassador of fair play and peace and friendship across countries through tennis. I wonder if we couldn't get some intercultural tennis exchanges going on. Maybe the top performers at your academy come and with the Canadians, and we do some trades and get some mutual understanding. But do you have a final message for the young people watching around the world?
Yes, Chris. I mean, that's the beauty of sport. You go to so many wonderful countries. You don't let borders define who you are or define friendships, I would say, and they don't define your future as well. Tennis is a sport which gave me this passport to the world. Traveling to, I don't know, 50, 60 countries, and where you get to meet beautiful people. I call them once a year kind of family, where the tennis goes to these cities, and I get to meet them. I get to spend time with them, and these connections has helped me grow as a person. I'm somebody who always is connected with everybody, keeps in touch, and this is to all the young people out there. I would say that is what keeps you grounded. That is the first thing you do. You cannot be bigger than also the sport. You need to enjoy the journey. Be curious, be kind, and always choose respect. And this is something which has taught me over the years, and I always like to share it with the students. And I'm thankful for tennis, which has taught me so much, across these many years. And I'm today happy to give back in the academy, share all my thoughts, not only at the academy, but anyone who comes out there to reaches out to me and wants a little bit of guidance. I've always tried to help out as much as possible. So so thank you so much. For having me here with you guys, and it's always again pleasure talking to somebody doing so many wonderful things, and reaching out to many students and giving them so much from across the globe.
Well, thank you so much. Tumba Danya Vadagalu. Thank you so much for being with us today and sharing your incredible story. Your words will stay with us for a long time and will inspire far beyond this moment. To all the students and teachers around the world, thank you for watching. Stay active, stay curious, and remember that goals are worth pursuing take time, effort, and belief in yourself. From all of us at Young Citizens of the World, Jeunes Citoyens du Monde, we'll see you at the next interview. And to Rohan, Hogi Bartane, goodbye, and all the best. Good luck. I think you play in 5 hours. Is that correct?
No, I play tomorrow. So are good? Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
So Indu Ratri Shubhavagali, is that correct? I'm trying to say
that's
good.
Correct. You're getting good. Not bad. I must say. Very impressed.
So many thank yous.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much for having me on your platform, and wishing you guys the very best, all the wonderful work you are doing, and hope to catch you all maybe in Canada every time when I come down this year in Toronto.